I moved to Alabama from California when I was 11. Oh man, that was tough, yo. If y'all ever seen Karate Kid when Jaden Smith and his mom moved to China or whatever it was, and you like, if you ever seen that movie and you remember like how he was feeling and how like he felt because he was like in such a different world, man, that's how I felt when I was in Alabama. Even though they speak English and it's not a different language, but oh man, it is so different from California, especially being 11 and, you know, growing up to, you know, and then moving out there. That was so depressing. Hell, like depressed. I hated it. I didn't want to. I was crying when I moved. 2 years I hated it. I was out there for 6, so it took me like 2 or 3 years to finally get used to it, to finally be like, all right, I'm here now. You know, let me just make the best of it. Moving to Alabama was one of the best things that happened to me. I feel like personally, think like back then, oh man, hell no. But now when I think about all the people I've met, I got a lot of family out there now, as far as, you know, like close friends, like lifelong friends and stuff like that. And I got a lot of people I'm cool with out there, and you know, so that's like my second home for sure, no doubt. California is my first, Alabama, you know, Calabama, shout out. Everything's different, from the smell, the food, the way people talk, just the whole atmosphere, man. Like right now, I'm in Vegas right now. I live in Vegas, so when I look out, I see mountains. That's all I see is mountains. Or even when I was in Cali, I seen mountains and dirt and desert. That's all you seen in Cali. And then when I moved to Alabama, all you see is trees. That's it. Nothing but trees. You can't see past whatever is behind them trees. All you see is trees. It felt like I was in a globe. I just felt trapped, man. I felt like when nothing behind them trees, man, it was just, this is it, man. And the city was so small and country. When you think of Alabama, you think of like country, but it wasn't as country as you think, you feel me? I stayed in a city part. I stayed in Anniston, Alabama. It was more of the city, but it was still country as hell, especially how people talk and the food they eat. You wouldn't catch me eating no goddamn geezers or no goddamn pigtails, man, none of that bullshit. That was like my story of going to Alabama, lived there for 6 years. When I graduated, I moved directly to California, right back to California. I actually moved 3 or 4 days after I graduated. I graduated May 29th. I was in Cali by June 1st. And that was the plan. My mom already knew, my brother knew. My brother Rick, he always told me that when you turn 18, you can move back with me, you feel me? I'm gonna move you back out with me. And that's what he did. Man, it seems so long ago, but it actually seemed like so not long ago, you feel me? It was like, oh man. But I'm happy to have lived there, man. Big blessing. I think my life is all about blessings in disguise, you know? I be going through a lot of like, right at the time it seemed like it's like fucked up, but everything that I've been through in my whole life, it turned out for the better. All the bad shit I've been through, all the being adopted, all the not seeing your brothers, all not seeing your mom, like moving from California all the way away from your family to moving to Alabama. At that time, that shit seemed fucked up, that shit seemed bad, but in the long run, at the end of it, when I look back on it, all that shit I've been through, it made me who I am today. You know, I turned out pretty good, you know. No felony, no babies. I ain't want it, you feel me? No nothing. Never been arrested, never been to jail. Graduated. I'm pretty good, you know, in terms of like a person. That was my California to Alabama story. Back to California. If you're interested in learning more or have any questions, hit me up in the comments. Hit me up on my social medias. They right here again, lined up. But yeah, peace.